Hey everyone, this is Bethany Hale, and I've been at IBM a little over 6 years now. While I was previously the Chief of Staff for the Healthcare and Life Sciences Industry team, I recently took on a new role in GBS. I'm now an offering manager focused on improving patient experience as part of the Digital IX Healthcare and Life Sciences team. And as many of you know, I'm also a health coach. I completed a year-long program focused on holistic wellness and dietary theory at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. As a health coach, I mainly work with executives and entrepreneurs, basically, busy professionals, to help them achieve their health and fitness goals. And in this Ask Me Anything video series, I've been answering questions that I hear all the time, both from colleagues at IBM and my coaching clients. So this month, if you aren't aware, February is Heart Health Month. It's sponsored by the American Heart Association. So I've been asked to discuss the role that nutrition can play in maintaining a healthy heart. Heart disease is actually the leading cause of death for both men and women in the United States, causing about 1 in 4 deaths each year. But the good news is that heart disease can often be prevented when people make healthy choices and manage their health conditions. Nutrition, of course, plays a big role in this. And while I believe that everyone's dietary needs are slightly different, my general recommendations are to cut out as much processed food from your diet as possible. It's a no-brainer, right? Things like processed meats, lunch meat, smoked meats, bacon, hot dogs, these are no bueno. Also, highly refined products with a lot of saturated fats like packaged, cakes, cupcakes, cookies, anything with a really long ingredient list with a lot of fats and a lot of words that you probably can't understand or know the definition of. And finally, too much salt in our food contributes to the hardening of arteries, so cutting back on salt is also key. So, here's where you're probably thinking that all the good things in life are officially off limits. And I just want to say this. It's way more fun to focus on all of the great things that you can or should be eating rather than all those things that you should avoid. It actually surprised me to learn recently that about 6% of Americans get the daily recommended allowance of fruits and vegetables, only 6%. So when I work with clients, I focus on all the amazing foods that are possible and help them consider substitutions for a lot of those no-nos that I just went over. So typically this means replacing some of those yummy but not so nice foods with many times even yummier fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. So for example, rather than relying heavily on salt to season meals, I love the idea of experimenting with a variety of seasonal herbs and spices like rosemary, thyme, turmeric, basil. These are some of my favorites. And don't forget about curries, guys. Indian curries are what I live for. Fresh herbs can add so much more flavor to a meal than salt. And even if you live in a small Brooklyn apartment like I do, you can set up a spice garden with pretty much just a mason jar and a dream. I wanted to show you my special mint herb garden. It comes complete with a pink mason jar. It's hydroponic. I get fresh mint every day for my smoothies, and I did it myself, which I kind of love. So can't really live without this thing. The other topic I wanted to bring up really quickly is the idea of mindful eating. You may have heard of this concept, but it's broader than heart health, but it can really help you as you think about any transitions you might want to make in your diet. As basic as it sounds, mindful eating is simply the practice of focusing on your food as both a source of fuel and of joy. It's also about being in the moment when you're eating. The process really starts with your shopping cart and your trip to the grocery store. Buying fresh, literally beautiful foods that look enticing and promote health and flavor. It continues when you prepare your food, either with loved ones as a social and communal time or on your own as a time for reflection and focus. When you eat your meal, try not to eat in front of the TV or the computer screen if you can help it, but rather as an activity that deserves all your intention and attention. Enjoying the aromas, the tastes, and feelings that a gorgeous meal can evoke. For me, presentation also makes a big difference. I try to plate my meal in an appetizing and eye-catching way. If anyone follows me on Instagram, you know how important this is to me. It's basically my whole concept. So, and the other thing is the benefits of mindful eating have been proven out. So they include things like better digestion, absorption of nutrients, reduced cravings, weight loss. Like all of these things are part of really just your ability to focus on the moment and the food you're eating and really enjoy the process. So it's kind of a win-win. If you want to learn more about mindful eating or just mindfulness in general, definitely check out the panel I'm participating on this coming Friday, February 23rd. I've provided a link to enroll for the WebEx below this video. I'm joining 2 other IBMers actually who are mindfulness experts and community leaders, and I really hope you're able to join us. In the meantime, please keep the questions coming, and I will talk to you next month. Thanks, guys. Bye.